This class is for class 8 and today we will be starting with a new chapter, circles, that is chapter number 24, and we are following the textbook Mathematics Today by O.P. Malhotra and S.K. Gupta. Now first of all we will discuss what is a circle. So let us say that this is a circle for us. Let us say that this is a circle for us. Now what is a circle? You can see that this is a point. I am naming it as O, which is known as the center of the circle. What is a circle? You can see this is a closed curve. Circle is a closed curve. It is closed from all the sides. So circle is a closed curve in which all the points on the curve. Circle is a closed curve in which all the points on the curve are at a constant distance from a fixed point known as center, and the fixed distance is known as radius. Means a circle is a simple closed curve whose all the points are at constant distance from a fixed point, and this fixed point is known as center, and these points are always at a fixed distance from this center, and this fixed distance is known as radius. So what is circle? First of all, it is a curve. So you can see it is a curve. What type of curve? It is a closed curve. You can see from all the sides it is closed. Now all the points which lie on this curve, on this perimeter, you can say, all the points which lie on the perimeter are always at a fixed distance from the fixed point, and this fixed point is known as center. You can say all the points are at a fixed distance from the center, and the distance is known as the radius. Now I will be drawing some important things, or these things which are important for you to understand. First of all, I'll draw a straight line which joins two points on the circle and it passes from the center. So this is known as diameter. It is denoted by small d, and it is always 2 times of radius, because from O to, let us say, A, and O to B. O to B is radius and O to A is radius. So this total makes out to be diameter. First of all, this is the diameter. Now second thing is, if you join any 2 points on the circle, that is always known as a chord. Suppose AB is the chord, as well it is the diameter. Means when you join any 2 points on the circle, suppose I join a, let's say, BC. Now BC is a chord, but if a chord passes from the center, then it is the diameter. I hope you can understand the difference between the diameter and the chord. Chord is also a line segment which joins 2 points on the circle. At the same time, you can see diameter is also joining 2 points on the circle, but since diameter is the chord, because it is passing through the center, so this chord is termed as diameter. Whereas a BC, you can see it is not passing through the center, so it is simply known as a chord. Now this chord divides the circle into 2 parts, and these parts are known as segment. This is one segment, and this is another segment. Now this is a smaller segment, so it is known as minor segment, and this total from C to A to B, this total is a bigger part, so it is known as major segment. This from C to B, this continuous piece of the circle is known as arc. Similarly, this continuous piece of a circle from C to A, from A to like this B, this is also an arc, but since this is a bigger major part, so this is known as major arc. As this total was major segment, this was minor segment. Similarly, this arc is minor arc and this is major arc. Why? Because this line, this BC line or this chord divides the circle into two parts. One is segment, that is minor segment. The other is bigger one, so that is the major segment. So this continuous piece BC is minor arc. Now CAB or BAC is the major arc. Now these are the small things that you need to know. This total perimeter of the circle is known as circumference. Circumference. This is known as circumference. This whole, this circular part is known as circumference. Then the diameter is also a chord and it divides the circle into two equal halves. So each one is known as semicircle. Semicircle means diameter divides semicircle. Diameter divides the circle into two halves and each of them is known as semicircle, like this. Now this is minor segment, major segment. This total part is major segment and like this. Now there are few points. First of all, you know about the radius. What is the radius? Radius is a line segment joining line segment from center to circumference. This is the definition of radius. Then chord. What is a chord? Line segment joining any two points on circumference. Suppose in this BC and AB, I am writing BC is also a chord and AB is also a chord. And what about the radius? Radius, you can say OA is the radius and OB is the radius over here. Then we have diameter. So diameter is already been explained. A chord that passes through the center is known as diameter and it is denoted by small d. Its value is 2 times of radius. In this the diameter is AB. So I am just writing diameter. Diameter is a line passing through center, and joining 2 points on circumference. Denoted by small d, its value is 2 times of radius. In the diagram it is represented by AB. This is the diameter. Then there is a word known as secant. Secant is a line containing any 2 points on the circle. Means suppose I draw a line something like this. Now this line ABC, let us say DE. This is a line which intersects the circle at 2 points D and E, and at the same time it is out of the circle also. So this type of line is known as secant. Secant is a line which intersects the circle at 2 points. So here the DE is the secant. Then arc, I have explained. Arc is a continuous piece of circle. That is the arc. This is minor arc. This is a major arc, and so on. Now, one more thing is there. That is sector. Now, what is the meaning of sector? If I take this as radius OB and I take radius as DEF. Let us say this point is F. F O B, this part, this triangular shaped part which is curved at one end and two sides it is bounded by radius, this is known as sector. Sector of the circle. Since this is the smaller part, so this is known as minor sector, whereas this total part means F E D A C B, and this total part is major sector. So you can say this is major sector. Suppose I draw a diagram like this. Now this part is a sector, minor sector, and this part is a major sector. This is major sector and this is minor sector. This is about the sector. Now these are important points, important things that you need to know. One more thing is there, that is tangent. What is a tangent? If a straight line touches a circle at only one point, then that line is known as tangent of the circle. The importance or the value or the main thing is that, suppose I draw a circle like this and I draw a line from this point, I draw a line like this which is almost touching the circle and almost touching the circle. Let us say point A and point B. So X, Y, Z. So XY or XA is a tangent and XB is a tangent. Tangent is a straight line which touches the circle at any one point. You can see this XY line is touching the circle at one point, that is A. So XY is a tangent. Similarly, XZ line is touching the circle at point B. So XZ is another tangent. So now these were the important points that we need to understand. Now we move on to the exercise, but before exercise there are few more points that you need to know. First point is they say that the perpendicular from the center of the circle. Suppose this is a circle. From the center of the circle, if I draw a perpendicular on a chord, this is a chord, let us say AB is a chord, this is the center O. From center O, if I draw a perpendicular on the chord, then it bisects the chord. Suppose I say C. So C will be the midpoint of AB, or we can say AC is equal to CB. This is what you need to remember. What if a perpendicular is drawn on a chord from the center, it bisects the chord. So this is first point that we need to remember. Second is just the opposite of it. The line joining the center of the circle to the midpoint of the chord. Line joining center of the circle to the midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. So that is the second point that we need to remember. Both of them are reversible. Either you say that a line drawn perpendicular from the center to the chord bisects the chord, or you say a line joining midpoint of the chord and the center is perpendicular to the chord. Then next thing is that the same thing it is, that perpendicular bisector of the chord always passes through the center of the circle. Third point is the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector will be this only. Now perpendicular bisector always passes through the center of the circle. Now its proof is not in your syllabus, that is in the next class, so I am not discussing the proof. I hope that we will remember all these 3 points, and then according to that we will be solving the questions. Now we move on to the exercise, and let's see what is there in the exercise. Exercise 24A we will start. Exercise 24A. Now First question is calculate the length marked by X in each of the following diagram. O is the center of the diagram. So there are three diagrams. I will be doing second part and third part. There is one circle given something like this, and then there is a chord whose length is 6 centimeters, and from center its distance is 1.6 centimeters, and you have to find this value X. This is X given, or you can say you have to find out the radius. The center is O, A, B. Now we have to find the value of X. We know that it is given in the diagram, it is given as 90 degree. Now we know that if a line from the center is perpendicular to the chord, it bisects a chord. If it bisects AB, it means that, let us name it as point C, and this is 6 centimeter. So this will become 3 centimeter and this will become 3 centimeter. So in triangle OAC, since OAC will be a right angle triangle, we can say in a right angled triangle OAC, what we can say, O is the hypotenuse, OA square is equal to AC square plus OC square. Hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of other two sides. So OA is X, it will be X square, 3 square plus 1.6 square. So 3 square is 9 plus 1.6 square is, let us check, 1.6, 96 and 16, 256. It is 2.56. X square is equal to 2.56. So 9 into 11.56 is the value of X square. So X will be under root 11.56. Now we will calculate the root of 11.56. So 3 3s are 9, 2, 5, 6, 3 and 3, 6, 6, 4. 4 4s are 16, 6 was 24, 25, 3.4. So it comes out to be, the value of X comes out to be 3.4 centimeters. This is the final value of this question. What we did in this? This is given perpendicular. If it is perpendicular, it means it is bisecting the chord. The total length of the chord was 6 centimeters. So 3 AC and 3 is BC. Now we took OAC as right angle triangle. This is hypotenuse. So X square is equal to 3 square plus 1.6 square. So that is what we calculated, and we got the value of X as 3.4 centimeters. Now we move on to the next question, the third part. First part I am not doing. Second and third we are doing. Now this is again a circle, and in this the chord length is not given. You have to find the length of the chord. This is the center, let us say center, and ABO. This is A, B, O. OA is given to us as 6.5 centimeters. And this is given 2.5 centimeters. This total is X. If this total chord is X and this is perpendicular, it is 90 degree given. It means, let us name it as C. AC will be X by 2 and this also will be X by 2. So again we will be using Pythagoras theorem in triangle OAC. So we will say in a right triangle OAC, what we can say, AO. AO square is equal to AC square plus OC square. Now AC is how much? AC is 6.5, so it's square plus OC. Sorry, AC is X by 2. X by 2 and OC is 2.5 square is equal to, this is 6.5 square. So this 2.5 comes to the side, will become 6.5 square minus 2.5 square, is equal to x upon 2 square. When we solve it, we know the formula a square minus b square is a plus b and a minus b. So this can be written as 6.5 plus 2.5 and 6.5 minus 2.5. A square minus b square is a plus b and a minus b. In factorization you have studied. So that is x square upon 4. 6 and 2, 8 and 1, 9, and 6 minus 2 is 4. 36 is equal to x square upon 4. So from this we can say 36 into 4 is equal to x square. It means x is equal to under root of 36 into 4. Root of 36 is 6 and 4 is 2. 6 2s are 12. So x comes out to be 12 centimeter. So the total length of the chord is 12 centimeter. This is how we solve the given question. So I am ending the class at this point. In the next class we will discuss the remaining questions and then we will proceed. Till then, please study and stay safe. Thank you all of you.